hope that you're doing so well today. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, and I appreciate you for clicking on this video. I just want you to know that I just appreciate you all for subscribing and staying patient with me as I figure out my new life schedule of working full-time and also being a content creator. There's definitely ups and downs, but I'm just really grateful to be here today. I am going to do a little update on my reading. So I kind of set myself like a little reading challenge this year to read 25 books, and last year I set it at 50 on Goodreads, and then I was like halfway through the year panicked. I knew I wasn't gonna make it, so I set it to 35, and I read 22 books last year. I did okay, and I think, well, I'm gonna give myself more credit. I did pretty good, you know, like there wasn't always time for reading, but something I've learned is to make time for it, even if it's just a few pages. Want to read a little bit more this year. I did set a lower goal of 25, and I'm right on track. I've finished 3 books this year. Something that's been helping me is I started a physical TBR challenge. All of the videos are on my TikTok page, so I really recommend watching those so you can get kind of a preface to this whole challenge. It'll kind of catch you up a little bit, but I want to do like a little summarization. So basically I wrote down a bunch of titles of books on just one of the shelves of this bookshelf right here. I have a bookshelf tour if you want to watch that. It's on my channel. And I just took one shelf that seemed like the books were reaching out to me, wrote those down, lotto picked, and the first book I picked was Squad by Mariah McCarthy. This book I got at a Little Free Library last spring. I have a whole Little Free Library hunting video when I found this book, so if you want to watch that, it's also on my channel. What really piqued my interest on this was all the cheer bows. I was a cheerleader almost my whole life. I was like, this will be good. It's actually really nothing like what the synopsis says. There is a little bit of cheer in here. It's about a high schooler, and her name is, let me remember her name. Think. I think it's Jenna. We're just gonna go with it. Jenna, and then her best friend is Regine. And her and Regine are like super close, like sisters. They do everything together. They're on the team together. They have sleepovers, they sleep in the same bed, they hold hands down the hallway. Like they're just super close besties. They've been friends forever. One day after a party, Regine kind of cold shoulders Jenna, and Jenna's like, what did I do? There was kind of an incident at this party, so she's like, well, that's just dumb. Why would she be upset with me over this one thing when she's been calling me names this whole time? Basically, it's a little bit catfighty, kind of reminds me of Mean Girls or Heathers a little bit. It's a little dark, but not like terribly dark. Otherwise, I do think this is a great coming of age story. I gave it like a 3-star or 3.5 stars. It was super quick to read because it was in first person POV, which I think makes the book a little bit more enjoyable because it's not so like deadpan as an author can make it when they're in third person. I think it's a little less enjoyable personally. So hearing her thoughts and kind of hearing her voice almost was really interesting, especially with the things she was going through. She was really going through it. She was playing the victim a little bit, but I remember being a junior in high school. It was a dark year. It wasn't great, and I could find myself relating to her here and there. It's just interesting. I would give it a read if you can find it. It was released in March 2019. I got the unproofed copy at the Little Free Library, but I will be passing this one along. I don't think I would reread it, but it was a good start to the physical TBR challenge. Then I finished that, and I picked out Heart of the Matter by Emily Giffin. I picked it out of this thing again, had no idea what book I was going to read. Lotto picked it, opened up the card, and this is the book that was on there. Well, I've actually read one other book by this author called Something Borrowed, which turned into the movie with Jennifer Goodwin, John Krasinski, Kate Hudson. This book was really interesting. A lot of Emily's books have to do with infidelity, which kind of stinks, but if you read or watched Something Borrowed, it's probably nothing new for you. Her books talk a lot about just real life matters, and it can be kind of a harder pill to swallow, especially when you're reading a book to kind of escape from real life. Brings that back in, and I did still enjoy the story. I gave it a 4-star out of 5. I actually liked it, I think, a little bit more than I did Something Borrowed because it was told by a 2-person point of view, so every other chapter was somebody else's point of view. So it's the main characters, Tessa Russo and Valerie Anderson. And Valerie's a single mom of a little boy named Charlie. She's an attorney. This is all set in Boston. And Tessa is a stay-at-home mom. She used to be a professor, and she's married to Nick Russo, who's a surgeon, and he works at Shriners Hospital, and he's a plastic surgeon. So he handles a case for Charlie, which is Valerie's son, when he falls into a bonfire at a sleepover. And it's just really interesting. It goes from there. I don't really want to spoil too much, but I would have loved to see this as a movie one day, but I don't really know how long this has been released. I think around like 2012 or so, maybe 2013. I do really appreciate her her artwork. I think it's really sweet and simple. So I wouldn't reread this one either, but it was, you know, I did find myself enjoying it at times, and I was also like yelling at the book. I was like, why are you doing that? Why? If you want to see a full review, I think I'm going to do one over on my TikTok, so definitely check it out there. Yesterday I finished Heart of the Matter, and I decided to pick out another book to read, and this one is called Fabulously Fashionable. It's about this lady named Israel, sorry. It's about this woman named Isabel Bookbinder, and I actually found out this is the second book in a 3-book series. So I didn't know that. There's like no indication of it being, oh I guess, author of The Glamorous Double Life of Isabel Bookbinder. So I had no idea, but it's by Holly McQueen, and I just like remember thrifting this. I love the title and everything about it. I believe it's set in England, which I also double love. It's about this 28-year-old Isabel Bookbinder, and she moved in with her loving lawyer boyfriend, and despite her mother's adoration of all things matching, she's finally discovered her true calling in fashion design. She goes through that, and it's kind of like, people say it's like Sophie Kinsella's Shopaholic books and Bridget Jones. So I thought that that would be something up my alley. I've read both Bridget Jones and Confessions of a Shopaholic. I'm excited to read this one. Again, all of the videos of me picking these books out are on my TikTok, so definitely check those out there and follow me there if you want to stay on track with this. I'll try and update you guys over here on my YouTube channel as much as possible, but yeah, here's the start of something new and something fun. And if you have any book recommendations for me, of course leave those down below. And I just want to say thank you again for watching today's video. I want you to know that you're more than welcome to be here, you're safe here, and I really appreciate you. And I hope that you're doing well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Love ya! Bye!